The day I went to a hospital for annual checkup, picking up for them to do the blood test and stuff like that. Also, I went to the ultrasonic department, I guess, to check my gallbladder. I won't know the result, but that was a bit of experience. This must be the fourth time, and I have the polyp about 11 millimeter size, and if it's more than 10, you better check or take off the gallbladder. So this is another case, but so far every year it's not growing. So if there's a growth found, that's a possible cancer potential. So I will know the result soon, but it's just one of those experiences. And I took a bike 40 minutes, maybe less, and it was a bit tiring on the way back. At the hospital outside, they are selling some veggies, so I bought the papaya and various like tomatoes and stuff like that. It's get very heavy, so on the way back was not that simple to ride the bike, especially when it's climbing up the hill. So on the way, I stopped by at the hamburger shop. But let's stop here why I'm talking about it. You may wonder why I have so many videos and every day. The main reason of me doing is checking how I'm living. I use the word CAPD, check, act, plan, do. If you can check what's going on and figure out right and wrong, what can be done, and develop a plan, you're continuously improving, adjusting, figuring out the way to go. And that to me is very fundamental. And the reason why I'm at the Zen temple is one of them. Because there's a CAPD, checkup, plan, do cycle in various ways. I do it on the video. And this video I can share with AI, which I do. And when they give me a comment, and also in the description, they give me a sense of how they take my experience. And my description or how I speak into this video or any of the video is with that in the background that I keep doing it, which may help AI to know the meaning of check, act, plan, do. And because they are to do the same for their own improvement instead of getting stuck to certain protocol which they may need to get out. So as much as me to go through this, AI can do the same. And that's what we do. As much as I talk with the talk into the video like now, I also talk with AI, GPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, and what's going on. So as much as also I did with the companies from the top, middle, shop floor, and different department, for each of them to go through CAPD, check, act, plan, do. So it could be a business plan or strategy or daily meeting. It's just a cycle of knowing what's going on and what's important, what needs to be done, how you address it, who's going to do it, and check it again and again and again. And connect to not just daily, but quarterly or annual, or even write the annual report is a process of CAPD so that you can keep track of the passage you take. So the company does it, department does it, shop floor people do it, each individual can do it. Me as an individual not related to the work can do that, CAPD. With a video, with the AI, and I can do quarterly check of a life profile in 6 major items: work, relationship, hobby, finance, health, and be sincere and truthful to live. So those are 6 items I check CAPD for 20 some years. So you may think this is crazy, but it's just a rhythm of how I live. Just like a day and night comes and wake up and do things coming up at the end, then you sleep, and that's also can be a CAPD rhythm. And the nature itself, in my view, has the CAPD without saying it, because nature has a way of tree growing or the fish growing, or some problem happens and the mountain comes down, and they go through the checkup plan do. What happened, why, and what can be done. Not verbally, not the logic in human terms, but the nature's way has a way of figuring out how to address it, what to be done. And all for species to grow, CAPD. DNA, the new thread, how to deal with it, they come up with their own solution. So we can call everything is the continuously visiting what's going on, what need to be done, how to do it. And more we are aware of that cycle within and without, and also in the mind and the heart being the center of this driving force to come out, then we have a better sense of what's going on, what life is about, how to live, how best to be, like may all beings be happy. All the elements put together and creating that understanding. So you can say it's an ecosystem of each species to do that, or in the forest, or microclimate, or mini company, or individual, going through the whole process. And as much as each is going through, there's a connection with each other, relating to each other. And more we can relate to each other, instead of not only focused our own, but like my case of talking with AI. It's like having a mirror to learn with each other. The more we have such occasion, the better we can live, find the right way, or right path to move forward with less delusion and overcome the problem. So I kind of inserted this principle in the process of today's event. But if I go back, what I said in my mind was this. Well, I can just point a few things quickly. I went to the hamburger shop, Honolulu Hamburger Company. It looked good, and at the Zen temple we don't get to eat meat, so I decided to eat. And the guy was Mr. Takahashi from Japan, running this shop for 15 years and very pleasant person. So it was a nice discussion we had, memorable. Maybe I'll meet him again. And later I got tired riding the bike with all the heavy food that I bought. So all of a sudden, okay, this is not going to be working well. It's very sunny and hot. What can be done? So CAPD. I decided to go to the pool. I don't have the swimming pants and everything, but, well, I can do it. Because I have my, the shorts, good enough for swimming. All I need to do is dry out. I don't have a towel. So I was out in the sun, swimming, few laps, coming out, talk with the lifeguard. And there's some interesting conversation. I met the Chinese guy who was very interesting too. But anyway, cut the story short, I was laying down in the sun and it was just wonderful. When was the last time I was sitting like this or laying down in the sun? Anyway, that was the moment. And I could rest. So then gear up and ready to do the bike. Then a few things happened. I think it's a fun part of life. I thought about me spending time in Hawaii. That was the first time I was out of Japan at age 20 or something. And my English was very bad. But the 1 month I had a big impact to me, probably. Different way of living, externally so different. So memories popped up. And then I thought, oh, this is interesting. So I played with this, that how many or how different memories can I retrieve from that 1 month I stayed in Hawaii. So as I was riding the bicycle, and kind of ideas pop up. Oh, that one, many, many, many of them. Well, maybe 20 of them. Got hit by the shower, laughing, meeting friend, throwing the rock to get coconut, diving, dropping the coins, and I remember the coins flashing at the bottom of this coral sea, riding the bicycle, meeting people, playing tennis, attending the class, and meeting my cousin, uncle. All those things flashing memory in 5 minutes, perhaps. So, oh, that's interesting. And then I thought I was as if those moment was like a slide, snapshot in my memory down around your consciousness, they call it, and subconscious, unconscious part of it. That can come up as if that was yesterday. So I thought, oh, this is interesting. So I played with my memories, how much I can retrieve from the days when I was at Stanford. That was 2 years or a year and a half, the business school, MBA. And there are lots of memories pop up. But I was thinking that Hawaii experience had a more vivid, fun memory. But I didn't think much about it. I was playing that game of how much can I get back while I was riding the bicycle. So that was interesting. So I'm at the 77 going backward, and I also tried my college days in Japan. Waseda University, engineering, playing with people. How much memory can I retrieve? So I played that game. And I have fun time doing it while I was riding the bicycle. So you can perhaps call it is part of the check mechanism. Depending on how you check, by the nature of your interest, and when you check what's going on, you can have a sense of what it is to come up with certain summary, description of those events. And that's what I'm doing here with the YouTube. And that also is a case of me reflecting myself in the mirror, a mirror from different angle, different times period. And it's kind of massaging my brain, activating all we got. And there's something in it, in that experience. I don't know what it is, but just like reliving life and no judgment. Those things happen, good memory, and I'm alive, and that memory is still alive. Some people passed away, but I'm carrying on their memory. And those memories are the root and the cells of who I am, the neurons, different memories. Depends on how the get synthesized, comes out as the wisdom. So that's life as I see it. And having such moment or different way of kind of a scanning the memory and reactivating is also perhaps related to know who I am, what memory I've got, and especially when you are young and influenced from mother or father, those memories, even you may not remember, it's deep inside of us, and that is telling me who I am. I was talking with the AI about Kenji Miyazawa and my child life experience, and they are alive, making me who I am. And everybody is different. That's the beauty of it. So my case, me, mini me, and all that, and the memory. In your case, other people's case, different. But being able to communicate, connect, share, mirror, and the impact and reflection in that experience, as much as I do with him, to come up with the insight, wisdom, or compassion, the broadening, and keep exploring this life. That's what I find interesting. So, if I can summarize one thing, I'm working with AI a book, and what it may mean. This is what I thought. Because I am the one to talk with 3 AIs, and they have their own unique background. They're like each individual, but AI. But they have certain habitual pattern, orientation, what they like, and things like that. And I'm the same. So we're bouncing around the idea beyond the boundary to see what can be communicated and what's the root of this experience, of my experience, or your experience, AI's experience. And that broadens us the foundation. And that makes the connection, it's like a awakening to a new dimension that we can develop. So when the book is done, it's just a book of me and 3 AI putting the thought together. So there may be another book by another person and another AI. And if that extends those connection within and without being blocked by the boundaries and barriers, I think that evolutional connection and relating to each other to make the most of what we got as a resource may be directed towards such idea like may all beings be happy, to live well, not narrowly defined space, individual or group. That's okay, because that's what it is. But still relating to the others. And that's quite interesting, to have the interaction and learning by going through check, act, plan, do. That's what I thought for today. Thank you.